Kill you! I've just seen death!
Do you know what the most frightening thing in the world is?
Henry, we're back.
Not again.
Once again, what a week for paranoid people.
I was already
out windows.
I upgraded my tinfoil to heavy duty now.
Oh, you got to. You got to have the heavy duty Reynolds.
Yeah, spend the $20. It's worth it.
It's almost sold out, I'm sure.
Water and toilet paper too.
Yeah. So we both decided it was a good idea to do a quick show or get a show together really fast because of all this drone invasion stuff happening. It seemed to have like quadrupled in just the last day or two, the amount of drones and the amount of like news stories coming out. And you've been sending me like TikTok and like, look at this. I'm like, I keep looking out my window like, what the fuck is going on? It's only a matter of time before we start seeing them all over California, not just the perverts trying to look through people's windows.
With those TikTok drones.
Yeah, the TikTok drones.
Yeah. 4K camera.
I didn't believe this, but I got this camera and check this out. Check the link below.
Check the link below. And or is it an alien? It's going away, dude. It's done.
I know.
It's done.
I know.
What am I going to use to edit videos now? I have to.
What am I going to look at what am I going to see girls twerking?
Yeah. Well, there's always X.
It's like that's all over the internet. I mean,
like it's not the whole, like 90% of the internet.
90% of the internet. You know, imagine like how like light the internet would be if all the porn went away.
How easy it would be to download.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. So, how many days ago did this start? It's been over a week now, right?
It's been over a month in New Jersey, but it just so happens, there's a big news story and people on both sides of whatever political spectrum, you're looking at are coming together and uniting over something else that happened.
Oh, yeah.
So now all of a sudden, look at it, look up in the sky.
The hero we deserve.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say names.
He was with me Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. We were in church.
I'm Luigi.
Bible study. His name is Robert Paulson.
It seems to have coincided directly with that. It's like the CEO gets shot and then drones start appearing. And I'm like, I wonder if they're connected. But no. That's just my paranoid mind. Well,
it doesn't help that the Pentagon is saying they are not aliens. They're not from a foreign country. We don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything against the law.
So yeah, several weeks ago, almost a month ago, drones started appearing on the eastern seaboard, especially in New Jersey. Little by little, they start coming in. People are filming them. No one knows what to think at first. They're seeing these little dots in the sky. Like, are these hobbyists? What's going on? And then rumors start spreading all over the internet. Mm-hmm. There's an Iranian mothership off the coast that's sending these out. It's Russia. It's China. It's the government. It's a big prank. Mm-hmm. And since then, the speculation has gotten more rampant. The videos are spreading all over the internet. I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing someone post a video.
Well, I'd say they've gone past that and into mainstream media now on a regular rotation.
For sure. Yeah. It's all over the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, and like every hour on the hour, there's some like politician from New Jersey saying, they don't know what these fucking things are. Okay. They don't know what they are. They say they do, but they don't know. So it's
I got a cousin Benny who can get you a nice rifle.
Listen, Petey, I got an assignment for you. It got to a point probably about 5 days ago when people started, like, the government started getting involved in, like, sending out releases, talking to the reporters, saying, you know, we know of it, we don't know where they're from. We're not sure. I don't know if they said that we can confirm that it's not an international power doing this, like Russia or China.
That's what it is, though. Here's the future. It's corporations doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's the corporations who are already gaining access to your phones to get geodata.
Yeah. Ozzy had a theory, and I promise I'll bring it up, Ozzy. Ozzy thinks that it's Amazon testing drones for market.
Makes so much sense. These things, because one thing they've mentioned is that they have cargo, that they're big enough to carry some sort of cargo. And of course, everybody goes over to, like, you know, war things, you know, biological age, not, that Prime. They're bringing back 2-day Prime.
Yeah. I came across this. So this was a news report, and it is from December 10th.
That people would use for hobbies, but commercial grade drones, reportedly some the size of a small school bus or a small airplane, flying at night or in the early morning hours in flocks and at low altitudes. Neighbors reported being woken up by a buzzing sound, and officials don't have any answers.
Not an airplane.
It's the latest in a string of mysterious drone sightings, but has residents.
Yeah, social media has been the fire behind this whole thing.
The FBI is investigating.
They're just pacing back and forth.
The drones, which appear to have been
ABC News is the magnifying glass that brings your attention to it.
New Jersey over the past.
It looks like a spaceship
From near Bedminster, the location of.
But people are getting really good footage of these things.
Where the sheriff's office this map.
Scary good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll come back to these, but the size of a school bus now, and a small plane, that is straight up, to me, military. And it's something that can be super dangerous, because if anyone's been watching Ukrainian war reports and stuff on Reddit, 90% of the footage is drones dropping bombs, and like high definition footage of Russians going like this and running. Yeah.
Well, also they're learning evasion techniques too. So you'll see these Russians throw out maybe a piece of scrap metal that they find around them, or their hat, and set it off that way and run in the opposite direction, thinking that.
Really? I hadn't seen that. Wow.
I've seen those. And then I've seen where they're loading these things with thermite to clear out forests. They clear out a patch of forest that they believe Russians are hiding in, and just burn. I mean, it's thermite. You can't.
Hey, man, it's Vietnam tactic.
It's
It's Agent Orange and napalm, and you burn out the areas they can hide. You know what the Russians should do? They should find the Russian soldier, if he's small enough, should find a bigger Russian soldier and get inside of him and hide. And then that guy can get inside of a bigger Russian soldier. They're the ones who taught us that with their dolls. They can do that.
I know. You just gave away like military secrets there. Putin's listening.
I'm going to get a call. Why you do this to us? You betray. I hope you don't get close to any windows.
Supreme Leader would like to know more.
Yeah. So when I think about the size of these things, I think chemical warfare. I think explosive ordnance, biological weapons, dirty bombs, stuff like that. And by me saying that all over the internet right now, I'm sure I'm on the list now.
Oh, you just added me to it. Thanks, buddy. Well, we're in this together now, though, so it's all right.
I mean, I'm sure that keeps you up at night, right? That idea of these things being loaded with stuff.
Well, yeah, but also like that, the corporate angle to this is just like, I'm captivated by it.
Explain what you mean by that.
So it seems really likely that a big enough cargo space sounds like either nefarious or capitalistic. Well, it's probably the same thing, right? Okay. But it's able to carry a payload of something, and people want their fucking McDonald's as quick as possible.
Yeah.
we've heard and we've seen prototypes for all of these things. Like, oh, Amazon's doing them in Austin, for example, where Austin, Texas, they're making deliveries in the sky.
Yeah. Question: do you think these are delivery of McDonald's to Donald Trump?
Maybe
all these drones.
No, they absolutely deliver a franchise's worth of material to the White House. And he just has his fill with chicken nuggets and McFish.
I'm really hungry, send a drone.
Mm-hmm.
So right away there was a politician saying that he knew for sure. I think it was a New Jersey politician was saying there's an Iranian mothership off in the ocean, and it's sending these things our way. I don't know how substantiated that was, where he got that information from. It was shot down pretty quickly. People were just like, that can't be happening. I don't see why it couldn't be happening. I don't see why that's any more implausible than anything else.
There's an Iranian drone out there. I'm not a drone ship, but there's an Iranian ship out there for sure.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's capable of like launching large, and these have all been reported in different sizes too. So it's not necessarily just like large plane-sized drones or small buses. Some of them are still.
Yeah, that's really interesting how different they all are.
Yeah, planes. Not all of them are the same shape. So some have like fixed wings and stuff like that.
Now, if you go back and listen to the episode that Gabriel and I did with Chad Kulchin from Dudesy, where we talked about the 4chan UFO poster who posted for about a week all these different things that he was aware of because he had the inside track. I'm about 75% sure it was bullshit, but he said in his statement that you guys will keep coming back to this because you'll see that I'm true about all these things. And one of the things he said was there was a UAP builder in the ocean that was building different UAPs every time for specific reasons, different shapes, different sizes, different speeds. And it was sending these things out under the water, up into the air. And that's why when you see these reports of UAPs, you're seeing so many different shapes. So it's interesting to come back to that. Now, the speed of these things doesn't correlate with what we've seen in the go fast footage or anything like that.
Yeah, or heard from witness testimony. They were always described as defying the laws of physics.
Yeah. These look like military drones to me. They look like a new type of military drone that I've never seen before because people are really pretty familiar. If you've seen enough action movies where there's high tech stuff going on, you're familiar with the military drones. Now, 3 days ago, the deputy Pentagon press secretary, Sabrina Singh, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She had a press conference where she talked to the press, and this is what she had to say.
This is going to go great. Our minds at ease.
Or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones? Or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably
that was the guy
ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
Boring answer.
Very boring.
Very boring. It's not like they have any reason to lie, though, right? We can trust the Pentagon.
Politician, I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy, okay? Don't worry about it.
This really, you know what, Russ, keep me up about it now that you were talking about it. It's kind of doing in my head. Did you ever do an episode about MK Ultra, or did you listen to some other podcasts?
That is a deep rabbit hole.
well, part of that was what they did in San Francisco with the fog and affecting everybody.
Oh, I know that the CIA had conducted experiments with dropping chemical weapons to see the effects on people and studying it.
It was
I'm not familiar with the fog episode.
So that chemical weapon that was spread, it's not really a weapon. What it was a specific virus that attached itself and modified the DNA in a specific way that didn't, like, it wasn't malicious or anything.
But
like
it was
that,
detectable.
But it was a marker. It was detectable. Yeah. It's a marker.
Yeah, and I remember that now.
But it was a thick colored spray, so they had to hide it in something.
Yeah.
San Francisco has this fog. Here, I've never been there. Fog.
Every morning San Francisco has fog pretty much. Yeah.
Well. And so the CIA documents released the fact that they use that as the fog as a cover to spray the aerosol and mark people's genetically and see what happened.
Get out of bed. You got to see this beautiful pink fog we're having.
It must be the sunrise.
It's sticking to me.
So keeping that in mind. Keep that in mind. I live in South Texas, Starbase, which, by the way, did you hear that Elon's trying to turn it into its own municipality, taking away from...
No.
Yeah. So he courted the city of Brownsville into giving him a beach. He gets the beach, and now he wants to make it officially... He's Starbase, Texas, where they will have family fun, entertainment, resorts, and rocket launches. So these rocket launches that happen, they aren't without effect. I mean, everybody's here. Yeah, they make loud booms and everything like that. But like the real effects that are happening is there's like particulates that fall after these things.
Yeah.
And it covers it. And so one of the, I think it was the third launch, they have meteorologists out there, the news, and they've got all their equipment, and they're showing this is just dust and sand and silica kicked up by the rocket launches. Well,
yeah.
If that was the case, then why didn't it happen again after that? Just that one launch, and you had that spray of sand, fine particulate sand across a 50-mile radius.
Yeah, because it totally makes sense that they would stop it. I mean, if
they're experimenting,
they're experimenting.
Yeah.
It's like they push things a little too far every time, and they're like, "Wait, no, we're not doing anything."
Nobody knows where Brownsville is. Brownsville, Texas,
wow, Henry's going to grow a third arm.
That would be awesome. If I had a superpower, it would be to have extra arms. Those guys are cool. I could do so much with 4 arms at once. Only 2 of them.
I'm just thinking of the ways you would figure out how to masturbate.
I think the card.
The possibilities are limitless. You're just in your room for 12 hours.
Only 2 of them are like 2 random ones are really toned.
Your other arms get atrophy and become all thin, and it's just your new arm is all buff.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there.
Because now I can do that and drink water and not have to sacrifice.
So 3 days ago, this guy posted a video on Reddit where he spotlights a drone. So we're gonna check this out real fast.
All right, I'm getting the spotlight, and I'm gonna light this guy up.
I saw people shooting at him on TikTok now. They don't give a fuck.
Do with tracer rounds.
Let's see.
This is one of those. Oh, and then he has the link to this 6,000 lumen flashlight.
Yeah, another TikTok shop.
Doesn't seem to be bothered.
Check out what it does to this drone.
I would love to see a huge laser beam come out and just.
There's some detail on that too. And
there's some detail.
So the governor of New Jersey, 10 counties are seeing these things, and the governor of New Jersey last week decides that he wants to use. It's been coming up in questions and everything like that, and everybody's asking him, "Hey, you need to find out from the federal government what the fuck's going on because we can't explain these from the airports." They're blocking airports apparently. They'll turn off their lights while jets are flying, while airliners are flying.
Yeah.
They're taking off. And so the governor has to put out a statement, and he does this with that statewide text messaging system that they have in place for national or state emergencies in this case.
Yeah.
And he tells them all, unidentified UAPs are appearing over infrastructure and military bases.
Yeah.
We don't know what they are. We're demanding that the federal government. So by doing that, it puts the federal government into a spot where they have to have those press conferences.
Yeah.
The Pentagon has the press conference. Later, we see the White House press secretary has a press conference, and they're asking how they're collecting all this data or how they're funneling it in, because everybody's got a phone in their pockets now, and they're all pointing them up in the sky at these dozens of drones that are flying every night in a particular pattern and in a predictable way. They know, these people know where they're going to be at. They're there for it.
Well, I had heard several reports that they were near military bases. They not only that, there was people apparently driving under them, and their radios were going out and malfunctioning, which is another like classic UFO thing. Again, I'm not saying these are UFOs, but we know for sure that they have been going by military bases, and anything like that, people have to be on high alert. Like, think of all the sensitive material that's at a military base. Think of what an easy target that is for a drone if they get it over there.
Yeah, all right. In the grander scheme of things, yes, I don't want North Korea knowing our plan to, bomb the shit out of them should that ever come to pass. Right? That's bad news. But what worries me is the infrastructure. We already have, a major hurricane or 3 that pass through in a season, and it decimates an area 300 miles away from the coast. Right?
Yeah.
What was that hurricane that just hit North Carolina and Georgia?
Lena?
Yeah. Lena.
Yeah.
Decimates it. One drone with an explosive pack on it in a dam near a power station.
One power station.
One.
Especially in Texas, where like one power station goes down and the rest of them just go
state.
Like, I give up.
Yep. There's from the space, ISIS, not ISIS, the International Space Station. They will see a Texas shaped darkness, except for El Paso, but Texas shaped darkness in the United States.
I just got an image of ISIS having their own space station, flying the black flag above it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No women.
No women. Well, do you think about there was that woman that wanted to shut down, she was obsessed with Trump, and she wanted to shut down the phone, the whole system. What was it, the day before voting or something? They caught her. She was trying to put explosives on power station. Like, that's one crazy person. That's one crazy hick with the access to explosives.
Yeah. Everybody gets access to explosives too. It's so easy.
Yeah. I was trying to find the video of the guy shooting at the drone.
There's a lot of them right now going around on TikTok, I've seen.
But this guy was using tracer rounds, so you could actually see them. Damn.
What are you hunting at night that you need a tracer round on a rifle for?
I don't know. Well, these guys sounded urban. How do I say that? Oh, there is an article saying that the shooting at drone video was fake.
I would totally shoot at one though. They started appearing in South Texas. Like right now, I'm outside. I'm telling you, if I saw one,
you would shoot at it.
I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot at it.
Oh, yeah, I see. You know what? Someone took the footage. So a couple days ago or a day ago, there's footage of someone shooting at a drone, but someone found the original footage.
Uh-huh.
This is the original footage in New Jersey from December 4th. So they had taken this clip.
They're not extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
They're military craft. I'm looking at it. I hear it. That is a military craft.
I'll find the footage that I had seen earlier, and I'll put it out after that so you can see what I'm talking about. Someone CGI'd it to make it look like someone was shooting at it with tracer rounds. Now, there has been a lot of people playing their videos that they've taken because they don't understand basic photography of camera and what happens when you're shooting video outside during the rain. This one video I came across, so this guy, was shooting a video of a UAP in his backyard, and we'll just take a look so you can see.
Light, though. He's gonna come right over me.
So he's filming out there.
Come on, you and me.
He has his camera pointed in an upwards way.
Yeah, I saw
and then
that.
he sees that.
I don't know. What the heck? That looks crazy. Why does the light look like that?
He's only looking through the lens.
He's only looking through the lens.
Why does the light look like that?
It was already like that too until it just got like an extra droplet over it.
Yeah, so if people that are listening,
is that normal?
He has his phone pointed up, and a water droplet falls on the area that he's pointing to, and it gives a to be honest, it's a very eerie looking thing, and it looks like a portal almost. But all it is the distortion from a water droplet.
The street light threw a water droplet on the lens.
It is.
People are just letting their imaginations run wild with this kind of thing, which is understandable. It's a scary situation. You're looking at the sky, you're seeing dozens of drones everywhere. What are you supposed to think of in that situation?
Right. I've tried to put myself in their shoes, and
you don't have enough tracksuits for that.
There's not enough meatballs.
There's not enough gabagool.
Tony. No. If I saw even, the simple dollar store drone fly over and like hover right over in my backyard, and I'm looking at it, right?
Yeah.
That would be kind of upsetting if it was a bigger one with a high tech camera on it. Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
If it's the size of a small car.
Yeah, especially the size of a small car. That's the size of these things is what freaks me out, and the payload they could carry.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if Ozzy's right about his theory and it's Amazon, I'd be so upset because he's going to be gloating about it.
Hey guys, remember that time Amazon came up with 2 days shipping and you all shit yourself because it was aliens? I think it was aliens. And now that's how Amazon saved us from high prices and inflation.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. These drones are not just being spotted in New Jersey anymore. They are being spotted in Philly. They're being spotted in DC. And there's a stupid fucking pop-up ad.
Yeah. I look up all the time, though.
Yeah. Mysterious drones fill the skies over Philly area Thursday night. So these are all up and down the eastern seaboard. What are the chances? Okay. What are the chances that these are just a bunch of drone enthusiasts?
Right.
That all got together and decided we're going to prank these people and we're not going to talk about it. I don't think it's possible. Someone would talk, someone would give it away.
Oh, absolutely.
And the size of these things, it's not like it's something you could just buy on Temu,
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can. I'd be interested in getting one myself.
$99.99 shipped from China, though, so it's gonna take a while to get to you.
You get it. It's made out of cardboard.
Nintendo.
So you're seeing them in Maryland now. Mysterious drones spotted in Maryland, officials investigating. Go ahead.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that they are mapping from another nation. Over here with the rockets, I think I've talked to you about this before. There's not a week that goes by that some Chinese citizen is arrested at the Star base.
Yeah, dude, that was shocking to me when you told me that. Explain to people about that a little bit.
So around the time where there's a rocket that's going to go off, they have to give the county notice, and the county then notifies the public. The beach is shut off from such and such time. The county beach is shut off because SpaceX wants to fire.
Yeah, Henry gets really excited. He loves Elon.
Fucking love him. That mollusk. So that's what Johnny Depp called him when.
Go fuck yourself.
No. Go fuck.
Is that clear enough? Go fuck yourself. I fucking hate him.
So when they have to give notice, right? And then around the time that after notice goes out, you start noticing the sheriff's department here have a very active Facebook presence, and they put up. They're responsible for law enforcement out there for now until Elon incorporates that into a city. So
yeah.
So the county is doing law enforcement out there. as well as like a private security force that's out there as well.
Yeah.
But the sheriffs like to put up the thing, and so sure enough, it's a fucking Chinese citizen. Somebody, let's say, was making the last one. There was a woman who was making a scene at the entrance, at the security checkpoint entrance, saying that Elon, she was Elon's girlfriend and was waiting for him. She was meeting him there. A total distraction, like
she might have actually been telling the truth.
Can you imagine like one of them just straps on like a suicide vest or something?
I don't see the Chinese doing that.
No,
Texas? No, they're too much about self-preservation.
Yeah.
Other people might.
Others.
Not going to say anything.
Yeah. It would be ironic because Iran is pissed off at us for what was the last thing that Trump did was kill Soleimani with a drone.
Yeah.
That was the had you seen the footage? Just boom, one car, and then boom, another car.
He died like a dog.
Like a dog.
I couldn't believe that press conference. He died. He died like a dog. It's like, you're the president. You're the president of the United States. It was very cool.
So if they were Iranian drones.
I had heard stories about big areas of a neighborhood where the Chinese will all move in, and there be like men who patrol the neighborhood, Chinese nationals, with binoculars, making sure that they're staying in line and doing what they need to be doing, which is a very creepy thought. Like it's
in America, in Trump's America.
It's like they move into a bunch of tract homes, and
that's what they were saying about those gangs, though. Same situation. Like they take over an area, and then before you know it, you've got security forces patrolling in those whatever pickup they lowered.
Yeah. The only thing was like all that Aurora thing was bullshit. My brother lives in the city in Denver, and he was like, if something like that was going on, I'm sure he would have told me.
Yeah, like they stay. We have to stay away from certain parts of town or something.
Yeah,
can't go to the Mexican grocery.
The whole thing with the apartment complex being taken over, it turned out to just be a shady landlord that was trying to pull shit on the tenants there.
Yeah.
Which is far more believable than a gang taking like a fucking
like Judge Dredd,
Charles Bronson movie,
Movie, yeah.
It's the one where he just goes around shooting all the gang members. So
15.
Death Wish, yeah, that's what it was.
Death Wish 15.
He stole my camera. I'm gonna shoot him. All these videos are coming out, right? And it's like people are seeing more than just these drones. They're seeing strange lights. There's footage of things actually landing in fields.
Mm-hmm.
There was just one today where it landed, and I saw overhead helicopter footage, and I'll try to splice it in here if I can find it again. But basically, people had seen something land in a field, and they all went looking for it. I imagined. What's that?
I would totally do that.
Oh yeah, I would.
With a flashlight.
Are you kidding me? I would totally go looking for it, and the things have to run out of steam at some point. And I'm sure someone has shot one down at some point.
Accidents happen too. Yeah.
Yeah, accidents happen. They fly too close to something or a tree. So I'm really surprised that we haven't seen any up close photos of shot down drones or where they've landed or run out of steam. Maybe they're autopilot as soon as they're running low, they come back to where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how drones work. So
I don't know.
I'm just going to speculate.
Yeah. I do know that the balloon, when it was shot down, had small explosives set to destroy certain things like the sensors. And
did it really? I didn't know that.
Components. They weren't big enough to do anything other than just like kind of destroy a bunch of circuit boards.
Okay.
But that was one of the concerns why they didn't shoot. They waited to get it out to sea to shoot it down. I haven't heard anything since that shit, huh?
We haven't heard anything about. No, you're right. We haven't heard anything about the balloon since then. Now, there have been some stranger videos coming out lately that have even made the news, and you actually shared this link with me. which is really interesting because I had heard about it, but I hadn't seen the video yet. So this is video of something else that was caught. And I'm just going to play it here.
Bill and Sandra, when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea.
This is really odd.
If it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing.
I thought there was a process for this shit. That's what those guys
looking up and making those recordings, because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here.
That is an incredibly
Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Strange video, because if you see it, it's like a glowing orb, but you see something inside of it. I mean, we've seen so many videos of orbs lately, but to have it coincide with all this drone stuff, it just makes it seem a little suspicious and a little bit too well timed. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say the word alien, but I also want to at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just, after having to go through all this stuff of like the disclosure and seeing the videos from the military guys, and it's just like, it's one thing after another, and it just never ends. And then all this drone stuff. And then we get this orb footage, which is some of the best orb footage I've seen in a long time,
And not the clearest that exists, though, according to that last hearing.
Phone's ringing. Should I get it?
Yeah. Check who that is.
Hey, pal. This is, let's say Joe. Yeah, Joe Human.
Hi, Joe.
I was listening to your quote-unquote show, and I gotta tell you, all this coverage of these drones and calling them alien spaceships is really discriminatory against aliens.
Okay.
Why is it every time us people see lights in the sky, you automatically assume it's aliens? You think they got nothing better to do than float around Hoboken all night looking for drunks to abduct?
How'd you get this number, Joe?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Joe, are you an alien?
Whoa. What's with all the questions? Are you a fucking cop? Listen, all I'm saying is, let's keep an open mind about where these things come from.
Okay.
Besides, we all know where they come from.
Where?
The sneaky Chinese.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I gotta go. I'm supposed to be cutting out a cow's butthole in Albany right now. I'm not an alien.
I think we just got a call from an alien, dude.
He sounded like he was from New Jersey, though.
It was a really thick New Jersey accent.
Really spot on New Jersey accent.
But he just said he had to go cut a cow's butthole out in Albany. Now, I've known a lot of guys from New Jersey, but none of them have ever cut out a cow's butthole in Albany.
I don't know. There's like a Filipino community there, though. So.
Oh, Filipinos would definitely do it. Yeah. Well, if anyone else wants to call in, the Macabrecast phone line is open now. Feel free to call. I thought I disconnected it after my great-great-granddad called, but I guess I hadn't.
From beyond.
From beyond. Well, thanks for calling in, Joe. Human. So, I want to end this with some footage from a news reporter in New Jersey. This news reporter in New Jersey was, it just happened to come through his neighborhood. So he started recording it, and he's gotten some of the best footage yet of it. And I'm going to share it here so you can see.
And we need answers, and we don't have answers, and we need someone to step up and say, here is what's going on. Because otherwise, like, we're heading down this path in New Jersey and these states where people are just going to take this into their own hands.
When you're using take it into their own hands.
Water, but so
take it into their own hands.
Hard to see. But we've heard these reports from people, but hearing it from you, Rich, as our investigative reporter, knowing the kind of work you do, it is kind of freaky to hear you say that you couldn't identify it.
They look different. They almost look like a U-shaped or a V-shaped.
This is interesting.
Didn't make a sound. It was a couple hundred feet above us. They you just didn't know what you were looking at. It was moving across the sky very quietly, and we kept saying to each other, like Nick and I, like, what are we looking at? Like, are you getting the shot? And what the heck are we filming? There's a couple shots you can see where you can see that it's fixed wing, and it doesn't look like a plane. It almost looks like inverted. It sounds crazy as I say this now, Brian, like that's what you're seeing on the screen. That's what we were seeing.
You didn't have a tripod?
I was like,
I guess not.
Night,
this news guy without a tripod.
He used his phone instead of the $8,000 camera that he probably carries. 8K.
Yeah. So he said he was filming. He could have filmed all night. These things are just nonstop, and there's faraway footage of, you could see dozens of them in the sky darting around. I really don't know what to think about this. I'm about 30% scared that it's some sort of penetration test for an enemy, and about 20% aliens that are disguising themselves as slow-moving
25%,
drones. About 10% mad that Ozzy might be right about Amazon.
Amazon. It's absolutely Amazon, by the way.
And maybe somewhere in there, about 30% that this is a coordinated attack by drone nerds that are trying to scare people, like the people that were making crop circles in the 70s with a piece of wood.
Society.
We are a drone society.
Yeah. They fit in your pocket now.
I've never actually flown a drone. Have you flown a drone before?
The little pocket ones, yeah.
You have? Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little dollar store one. Like it'd run off of some radio frequency, but mine picked up like the neighbor's microwave or something, and that fucking drone just took off in the night.
Yeah.
Never came back.
The speed of these things, the shape of them, they all look military, but I don't understand why they'd be so brightly lit up themselves. They have bright lights on them. They want people to see them.
They turn them on and off to get the attention.
They turn them on. Yeah, exactly right. I didn't mention that. They turn them on and off. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
And people have also reported that while they're filming them, it seems like they know that they're filming them, and they turn it off with this another UFO thing where they're aware of someone filming them, and they evade that. I'm not saying it's aliens again. If they want to.
I wish it was aliens.
I'm not saying it's the old meme. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Giorgio Tsoukalos. I need Giorgio Tsoukalos hair when I say that.
Oh no.
Yeah, so of course I'll keep on top of this. I'll mention in the next episode if anything else comes up. Yeah. If anyone wants videos
reptiloids
from Black Market Comics and have him send you videos of drones and cool shit, he's the guy. Also, if you want any amazing comic books, go to Henry at Black Market Comics.
I will drown you in TikToks or comics, whatever.
Yes, either way, or feet pics, but we're not talking about that.
$5.99.
Can't beat that price, dude.
It's that price for the holidays.
No one wants to see pictures of my neuropathy feet.
I don't know. It's a kink for everything.
There's a kink for everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a show coming up. The next show is going to be a lot of people are going to be on, and we're doing a top 5 devils / Satan depicted in film list. It's going to be like 4 or 5 people, so that should be a fun show. I might even dress up. I'm not going to say anything, but I might even dress up.
Oh, nice.
So stick around for that. Thank you to the new subscribers on the YouTube channel. If you please subscribe, please like the videos, please comment, please listen to the other shows on Gangline Assembly, Frank Welker Wonder Hour, Movies as Comics, all that good stuff. Leave a review. I'm not going to press anybody any further. Send us money if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but send us money.
Just send it. Just DM. Slide into the DMs.
Slide into my DMs and send me money or nude photos, and we'll call it Even Steven.
Even Stevens.
Until then, Henry, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it,
Anytime.
buddy. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
And I look forward to our eventual demise from drones dropping whatever they're going to drop on us.
I'll totally be a house.
Until then, good night and good luck.